Tara Evans has the shiniest legs of anybody I've ever seen in person. So, real shiny legs. I don't know what she does. I look at mine, and mine's just like I'm sitting in my underwear in the same T-shirt I had yesterday. No, I actually took a bath yesterday. So, it's the new T-shirt. Well, it's not a new T-shirt. And the bad thing is, I got all these new socks. I got these T-shirts. I got all this cool stuff. And y'all watch this. Y'all will not believe what I ordered from Amazon yesterday. Look at this. I gotta show y'all this. Y'all, let's leave our Amazon account, which is going nuts, by the way. Amazon. Watch what I've been ordering. What's my orders? Returns and orders. You can tell a lot about somebody from the Amazon account. Look, I got me a workout bag. I got me a CPAP that's coming. And look at this shirt I got. I got me some workout pants going. Look at this, y'all. Well, you think I ain't gonna be the stuff in the new year, huh? Look at me, huh? Wish my belly looked like that. Close up, maybe one day. So I got me some workout breeches. But then this is what I'm really proud of. Look at this, y'all. That's just gonna sculpt me. Look at this, huh? I can't wait to get that. $13.99. And everybody's like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. So I'm gonna be, my friend's been talking to me about going to the gym now for like 2 or 3 years. And I'm getting close. I'm getting close. The problem is y'all know my aversions. I'm not a morning person. I'm just not. And he wants to meet up at the gym at 5:30 in the morning. So he used to be overweight too, and now he goes to the gym 3 days a week. But it's at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, man, is there not another time that you could work this in? 5:30 in the morning. So I'm thinking about it. So I've got me a bag. I got a workout bag, so I look good. I got my shirt. Matt, you didn't see my shirt I ordered. Matt, let me show you. I can't wait to show Matt this. Look, Matt. Here's my workout shirt. I mean, that's compression, baby. I mean, you think I ain't gonna go in there and be eye candy for everybody, for all the women, and a few of the men. When I go in there, I am all about it. Man, look at my pants I got. Look at this. I mean, y'all, please. Very excited about that. And look at my bag. I mean, tell me this doesn't look like a guy who's been working out his whole life. Look. Huh? Oh my gosh. I can't wait. So anyway, hey, I'll do it. So I got to do some errands today, so we'll meet a little early. So this is kind of cool. Look at this. Isn't it neat to see, kind of most of the time, the NASDAQ kind of follows the E-minis, right? And the SP 500. Isn't that cool how it kind of just does that? Now, back when I was day trading, and we've had our little day trading sessions before to show you how bad I was. But here's what we do first. You look here first and see what AD's doing. Well, it looks like AD's kind of creeping up. And then, I don't know, honestly. And then it looks like the market is creeping up. And then I'd go over here and I'd put a trade in on NQ. So it's kind of fun. So what do we see in the markets? Well, we see AD is at 290. That's pretty high. The market's up 0.83%, 0.72%. So we're back to the cash open on the E-minis. Everybody see that? That's a little line right there. And we're back in the middle of the 15-minute opening range. We're above VWAP. We're above the hourly mid. We're above a pivot point. We got the overnight high. Why does it do that? Got the overnight high here. And what can catch the falling knife? Well, we got overnight low here. So, it's kind of a bullish day. But I was hoping that we'd reject. What is this doing? I didn't do it. What in the world? I didn't do nothing. It's a crap. Believable. What's that? What just happened? My account's been possessed. So anyway, I've got to get this fixed over here. I don't know why this thing is. It's just driving me nuts. Driving me flap crap. I'm glad you love that, man. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait. I may just do my sessions instead of my DG white t-shirts. It's got holes all in them. Everybody see that? Holes. And that ain't from Moss either. What color is that? But I can't wait to do my do our time together in my compression shirts. All right, what are we doing now? Oh, and I gotta say, Ken isn't here because we surprised him. He's probably sleeping, God love him, but he wrote that nice little thing yesterday. Where's that? This right here. It was December 22nd when he signed up to be a part of our little time together. So Ken is a very important part of what we do. So it's very, very sweet. Very, very nice. All right. Even though I'm gonna tell you this, please spell Bobby. B-O-B-B-Y. He put I-E in there a couple times. Now, a lot of people do that sometimes. I think it just speaks because, like, if you're a female and you know, there's females that are named Bobby, and they normally do it I-E. So I realized, well, I didn't realize, but my testosterone is really, really low. So, you know, there's a woman in me just screaming to get out. And so now my doctor increased my testosterone. And the problem is with my testosterone is that I was taking the cream that you put on your arms over here, right? But you can't do that apparently because my little baby sleeps like right next to me just every night. And now she's got testosterone of a 15-year-old boy. And they're like, well, that's not supposed to do that on that transdermal blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, something is. Why she got all this testosterone? So even though the doctor didn't believe that was the reason, I've now switched to taking pills for testosterone, which is really, really, really weird. So now I've got all this testosterone cream left over. Now, so what I'm going to do is when I go to the gym, and when you go to the gym, you have to walk like an ape almost. You have to walk bow-legged and that stuff. So I'm gonna pedal my testosterone vessels. No, you're not, Bobby. You're gonna go to jail. I said, I've been to jail. That ain't no big deal. I said the sweet tea ain't good, but other than that, it ain't fine. But I told her I was going to peddle it to the boys at the gym. She said, you can't do that. That's illegal. I got it. Just chilling. All right, so what are we doing today? All right, so the market is up. We're probably expecting the Santa Claus rally for the next couple of days. And that's probably what it'll be. Probably. So let's see how our E-minis look on our big gray monster. And this thing it still amazes me, y'all. Unbelievable. Look at this. Who drew this on December the 1st, y'all? Now look at this. It called the bottom. I mean, did it not? This is fair value, right? We know this is fair value. Here's where it would have been oversold, but it's like, oh, heck no. We got a level of support here. So then what does it do? It does what we expected it to do. It pops back up to the 50% line. Now it's popping back up here. And it'll pop up probably to here before Christmas. Now, here's the problem. If it goes here, then it becomes overbought for here, right? But we're always looking at, hey, it wants to test areas in between the value area low and the point of control on our volume profile. So everyone sees that. And the problem is there's not enough time for, there's not enough, I say there's not enough. There's not enough volume for our point of control to move here. You want to see that because this is way out here. So price got very comfortable up here. We expect, these little gaps to fill, and it wouldn't surprise us at all if we head back to this area here. But as I always love, if we don't go up, we go down. Because I don't know anything, but it is cool how we use our little big green monster to predict these levels. I mean, honest to God, I wish I come up with this. I wish I was smart enough to say, look at this. Isn't it great? So I think we're going up. That's what I'm saying. I think we're going up, at least to here. And then it's kind of make a decision. Right? We're going to be fairly priced down here. We're going to be fairly priced up here. All right, so let's see if our Nasdaqians did almost as good. See if we can see patterns where other animals do not. Well, I'll be dang. So let's see, what does this tell us? Well, it tells us, as I'm looking at this, we are overbought for the fair value area below us. So it was overbought, comes back into the fair value. It still remains overbought. Now look at that. Isn't it cool how that line, y'all? I mean, that line. And people will say, well, it was that moving average that was the moving average was right at that area right there. So it's just cool how this thing works. So where's price going here? Well, it says it's overbought. So if it's overbought, you expect it to go back into the fair value range. The only problem is when it controls here. So it's very comfortable up here. And we see these little gaps that oftentimes fill. So do I know what it's going to do? No, no, I know what it is. And that's when we go to the old skew driver. So then we go to skew driver, and we see that the skew driver is 74. Now, if you're following along, you know that when this thing has got out to the 90s, that this is where we call shooting fish in the bucket. Because when you get out here, that means inevitably that the market at some point will start to go back up so that the skew will kind of correct itself, right? Go back to this area, which is the mean, 25 to 35. So we've had a little unusual period where we've been outside the mean for a good period of time. But when we get into the 90s, that's where you shoot fish in the bucket. That's where you comfortably can sell a put. Right? Especially for those of y'all that are doing 45-day stuff, you know, you're doing the tasty trade, 45 or 60 days, I prefer. You kind of go out here and you sell a put when this thing gets in. I mean, that's shooting fish in the bucket. You know, at some point there's going to be a reversion to the mean. So let's put in our little donkey don'ts for the day. Guys, 12:21. Also, I've got my psychiatrist appointment today at 3:20. So that'll be interesting. How are you doing, Mr. Gaines? I'm great. Doc, how are you? Now, give me my prescription of Adderall and whatever else that stuff is I take. Adderall. What's that other one I take? Venaflex. Effects. Because if I go without affection, I become an animal almost. I'm like, ah! Get in the car and I start screaming at myself. Unbelievable. All right, so does everybody see how the market's up? Skew is starting that reversion that we would expect here. Now, the problem is, you know, it can go back to 90 before it goes back down here. Everybody understands how to follow the skew. And Ken is doing some really cool stuff with the skew driver, so we'll see what he comes up with. All right, so we got our skew driver. Now we got our little AIM empire. We say, do we have any signals today? Now, yesterday, I was so excited, y'all. When this thing went down to 144, 143, whatever it got down to yesterday, it said, when we finished yesterday, I went and looked one more time as I was going to close this out, and it said, it said that to buy one share. But I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to do this, run this account during our normal time. So it didn't give me a signal, so I did not buy the share. Today, I wished I had bought that share, but I didn't. Didn't take any action. So there's no action to take. And it's a little different in the other accounts. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says on our little empire over here. Take action, nothing. Nothing to do. So if there's nothing to do, the next thing we do is we go to our Analyze tab. I always like to look at the old Analyze tab and see what's going on. So we go to Analyze, we go to ES. Just let's see what my worst case scenario is. See how our Black Swan hedge is doing. I said I'm putting in ES, and then we're going to go hide simulations. And we'll go to single symbol. 4 vol steps up, 15%. Let's look and see what that looks like. So we're up $86,000. Looks kind of weak, doesn't it, compared to what it has been? So if the market goes down, we'll make 80, on a sudden crash, make about, between $60,000 and $85,000. Cha-ching. What happens if the whole portfolio goes down? This doesn't look as good, right? So now you're like, oh my gosh, we're going to be down maybe $2,000. So we would like to get that thing strengthened a bit. Right? We'd like to get it strengthened just a bit. All right, let's look at our VIX, see what our VIX is doing. We should always, that should be part of our daily thinking. What is VIX? All right, so VIX is down a little bit, but it's still elevated. So we're getting close to the time that we would put in our VIX hedge, which would help us on the downside. Got a nice down arrow, a couple arrows here. So we're probably looking for that reversion to the mean to get down to about 16 or 17, maybe even 18 before we take the plunge on putting in our VIX hedge. How many days to expiration do we normally do that? We normally do it at 120. So today's at 119. So certainly we could do that. And I have a VIX hedge that is expiring today. So I need to get that back on if I'm buying into the VIX hedge. There was some discussion, hey, does the VIX hedge work? Da, 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 da. Well, I pretty much did my whole doctoral dissertation on the VIX hedge and hedging. And I found that over a number of periods that it was overall profitable. Now, you wouldn't think it because you go over here and you go, really? We're losing money on that thing, Bob. It's just a waste of money. Well, for long periods of time, it is until it isn't. So VIX, P&L year to date, we've lost $1,081 on our VIX hedge. Dang it to doodle, that ain't good, right? But say overall, our MES has carried the day, right? Even more than our TQs. Now our TQs were as high as our MES, but this little slight correction we've had in the market has certainly taken that down, but it's still profitable. And TMF is profitable as well. So, the ES is where I lost big money. Now we were doing other things for the Black Swan hedge, so that's not entirely true that we've lost $3,000 on the, well, I guess it is entirely true. It's not that we've lost $3,000 totally on the Black Swan hedge, because we were doing other trades in the ES before we committed totally to the Black Swan hedge. It's no big deal. All right, so let's look at the forest. What does the forest look like? Well, we've got 238 deltas here, but we've only got 138 deltas here. Okay, so we kind of want our deltas to kind of be similar. So we could probably need to increase our deltas at the moment so we get the positive bang of the TQs. Our theta is just fine, and our vega is very manageable. And we're up a couple $100 on the day. All right, so let's go and do what we normally would do. And what is that? Well, we're going to do, good Lord, y'all hear them kids screaming? Unbelievable. Hey, we got the switch at them yesterday. Now, some of y'all are like, oh, Bobby, you got to do timeout. Listen, I got the timeout chair. The kids been in the timeout chair. We do that too. All right. We do sleep deprivation. We do lock them in the closet. No, we don't really do that. But every now and then, my mama would get the switch, and it did look how good I turned out. Right? So, every now and then, I got them yesterday, and it was so good because we were going down the road, and I just yelled. And then I reached back in the back. I don't even know who I was whooping. I was just like pop, 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 pop with the hickory switch. And it was so nice going down the road. For about 15 minutes, they didn't say a word. All you'd hear was a little, they did the little sniffs, little chokers. I love them pieces, but my God, are they out of control. All right, so let's do our 111 trade. Over here, we got 150 deltas, vega of a negative 162, and we've got positive theta. Got plenty of buying power over here. In the other account, we don't. And I don't know why that is, because they're similar. We need to figure that out. All right, so let's do a long put vertical at 59 days. Am I not got anything here? This is not showing my position, so you got to make sure, because you don't want to. Let's see. Okay, trade. Yeah, show positions. Okay, we can do that. I thought I had stuff in the 59-day period. All right. Maybe I don't. No, I don't, I guess, because this, let's say 41, 59. No, it says I got no positions there. All right, so we'll go here. And we'll do a long put vertical. And you're going to stretch this little baby for 50 points. And I know, listen, my mama gave me whoopings when I was a kid. And I told her, Mama, if you knew how bad that switch hurt, you would not switch me with a switch. She said, here, Bubba. That's what Mama called it. She gave me the switch and she told me to whoop her. Well, I did what any good son would do. I chased Mama all across the house with a switch and I tore her up. She never hit me with a switch again. Now she might have hit me with a belt, or she might have smacked me with her hand on the buttocks, but she never did it with her with a switch again, even to this day. And I tell Mom, I said, Mama, you feel free to whoop my kids. I can't whoop your kids. It's not one thing whooping you. I can still whoop you, Bubba, but I can't whoop your kids. My grandparents do that. Unbelievable. So, all right, so there's $10. So there's $9.75 because we normally have to work it up a quarter, right? So here's our stripes. So we're going to do that. Ta-da! I said, ta-da! There we go. So we got our little da-da-da-da-da. So now that cost us $10. So now we got to pay for it. Well, how do you pay for it? We sell something that you can get $20 for. Isn't that cool? American capitalism. Let's go to the 2075 and really pay for it. Like Ken said yesterday, we'll cover our transactional costs. So we'll hit that. Ta-da! Here we go. There's our little daily trade. Yeah, cool. So now our delta is 152. Vega increased a little bit, and our theta increased a little bit. So that's all you got to do. And then I can go and run errands for the day. But we got to do that in the other account too. So let's see. Field. What is all this garbage? 12:20 at 12:17 p.m. Oh, that was yesterday. Today. Huh. Crazy. Huh? Let's go over here. Crazy. Now I don't have much buying power over here. Let's see if I can find power to put this on. Crazy. Y'all know like Patsy Cline was like in her 30s when she died in that terrible. That's just amazing. All right, here's 59 days. And we did the, God, my glasses. 43.90, 43.40, 43.90, 43.40. I'm crazy. So 43.90. Okay, so we're gonna buy that one. And then we're gonna sell the 43.40. Don't forget to hold down your control key. And then we're gonna go pay for it. So that's $9.75. And then we gotta pay for it by selling something around $20. $20. See if I got enough buying power to do this. And we'll go to 20, 20, sell that. There we go. So 1075. So we need to up that to about 1050. But we're only getting a 1050 credit. So it'll get filled. Confirmed. Do I have the buying power? Oh, heck yeah. I got $348 left over. It's a lot I could do with $348. Fill me, baby. There we go. All right. Now, does anybody remember what number we did yesterday? Were we like at 40? I need to write it down. I say it every day. It's like Beth says, Bobby, you're wrong. You're bad at time management. Your errands today, you think you've got enough time to do everything, but you don't. You don't have enough time. So let's see what I got to do here. So I'm looking at 142nd, 143rd, 44th. This is going to be the 45th, 46th. Okay, there we go. 46. So this will be the 47th. So there. Hold your control key down. Right click, and it won't let me do it, will it? Watch. Dang it! Stupid application. Extra large to large. Now I'm thinking about Matt. I need some of them underwears to work out with too now. My friend said he gets some dry fits or something. I'm like, what in the world? All I'm used to is wearing boxers because I don't like stuff that hugs you, you know? I just don't like that. Because when you're fat, you don't like, you know, it looks like you got to jump off a second story building to get into your underwear. I don't like that, you know, being all taut like that. What are we doing? One, 47. So some way I gotta figure out some underwear, get in there. Or you could go commando, which is, I don't know. And then do you like, I think you're supposed to wipe off the machines after you get, I mean, there's all this kind of protocol that I hadn't done since I was in college. And when I was in college, I signed up at Gold's Gym in Anniston, Alabama. And I was just mesmerized because I don't know if y'all know Kevin Green. God rest his soul. He died like this year, or was it last year? But he played at Auburn. He was a great linebacker, and he was on my favorite Pittsburgh Steelers team. So he was an owner of the gym. So we go up there and we work out with Kevin Green. I mean, it was really kind of cool, right? You go, hey, there's Kevin Green. And so they got all of us little college kids because we were so enamored with Kevin Green. We signed up for the gym. How many times do you think I went to that gym? And then we were like, we would go talk to them about, hey, we ain't got no money. But I didn't have no heat. We had to open the oven to get heat, which Beth is doing in the kitchen right now. It's amazing. I'm like, Beth, we have heat. She's like, yeah, but there's nothing like opening an oven to get a room warm. So I didn't have we didn't have curtains, we didn't have heat. You know, we like froze to death. My neighbor was named Thomas, and Thomas was a drug dealer. And Thomas come in, he goes, I never forget, he go, hey, you MLs, he says, how the hell do y'all live in here? I mean, we had a drug dealer say, how do y'all live in here? And he goes, I'm gonna come in here one day, he said, and I'm gonna have to spatula y'all's asses off the floor. Y'all are gonna be froze. Never forget Thomas, what a character he was. If you never had a drug dealer neighbor that come in and check on you, you ain't lived. You have not lived. All right, so what are we doing now? Yes, we got our thing on. So yeah, one of the things I need to do is to, bump up my hedge a little bit. Bob, what do you want to do though? What do you want to do? Do you need to do it today? No. I'd love these 5 to get filled sometime this week at 205. They're at 305. Big deal. Let me go back to my extra large. Very large, extra large. Here we go. And the cool thing is, guys, keep in mind when you are, harvesting on some of these 111s, right? I mean, we know what a great trade this is. So once you can harvest what you have sold for 20 and here's one where I harvested, right? When you can start harvesting those, then you have on a free put debit spread. What does a free put debit spread do for you? Well, that debit spread looks like this. Gosh, we can't show it many enough because it do look good. Trade, go to the curve, go to the analysis. Look at this. There she is. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful whale. Come here, baby. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Look at that. That is a hedge. Everybody see with me? And look at all these positions we got. I mean, it's a fortress, baby. It's a fortress. Then everybody goes, yeah, but don't you get scared down here? No, because I've got the black swan hedge that lifts the little tail up right here. Isn't that cool? So we got everything that we need to do right here. So there's nothing else really to do unless I wanted to buy a hedge. And the cool thing is you can buy hedges on days up. But the problem is, remember, we've been using like buying hedges on days where we had like $2,000 or $3,000 of profit. Well, we ain't had that in a while. It's been a while. Hadn't had that in a while, right? Because we've got a little bit of a down movement here. But the cool thing is, I'm saying let it keep on going down. I don't care. Because what am I going to do? I'm going to buy more shares of TQ if I ever get another signal. And I'm going to keep working the plan. It's just the plan. That's all we got to do today. Isn't that cool? Any questions? Man, who you talking to down there? My stupid dog. Come here, Roxy. Roxy. Come here, Roxy. No, you ain't got to bring it to me. No, I don't need that. All right, any questions at all? Isn't that cool? So we got our day done. All right. So I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow at 12. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I will see y'all.